What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another beer review. Got one out of Hall River Farmhouse Ales today, and they are in Saxy Machismo, North Carolina. This is the 2022 edition of their Saxy Machismo. Really looking forward to this. The 2022 release is the first release of this beer after a 3-year hiatus. So really looking forward to this guy. And the 2022 version also is the first time that they have done it in the 12-ounce cans here. It used to come in these big 750 bombers. This is the 2016 edition, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like batch 1. But I have not had this beer since the 2018 edition of it came out. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one is, if it is how I remember it being. But yeah, what is this beer? Okay, it is, Saxy Machismo is a bourbon barrel-aged smoked quadruple ale with Guajillo, probably butchered that, and Habanero peppers. Clocking in at 12.2% ABV and 32 IBUs. It says don't forget to recycle this can. We'll do it. And again, it says 12 ounces of smooth, silky beauty. It does have a little write-up here. It says, how do there, partner? Been another doozy of a year, so do yourself a solid and kick off those mug boots for the day. Flip that Coltrane record over and pour yourself a short, stiff glass of Saxy Machismo. A Belgian-style quadruple that's brewed with a touch of Cherrywood-Smoked malt, a handful of specialty grains, and big, thick Belgian candy syrup. We ferment this one clean in stainless steel, then run it down a lineup of fresh oak bourbon barrels for almost a year, on top of a couple handfuls of crushed Guajillo peppers and a fire blistered Habanero or two, just for kicks. I do know that this 2022 vintage is aged in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels, and big fan of Heaven Hill bourbon, so really looking forward to it. It does have a little write-up thing here. Also, it says, pair this beer with beef short ribs, fried cheese curds, smoked pea soup, and molten lava cake. All right. I wonder if it says the same one here. Nope. Pair this beer with grilled meats, fried cheese curds, so that's the same, cheeseburgers, and chocolate pudding. Nice. Now I want some chocolate pudding. But yeah. Without further ado, let's dive in. Whoa! Woo! All right then. That's a mess. Going to clean it up. Be right back. Yeah, okay, so we're back. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I can probably give you like the aroma of this just based on how it smells in here now. But anyway, let's get back to it. Rocking the proper glassware, Hall River. Hopefully there's nothing here left. That's it. Not too much of a head pouring on this guy. See if I can get some going in this here. Ooh. Yeah, nice. Anyway, to the nose. Oh, we got a brownish amber. Kind of see down at the bottom, kind of a ruby red coming through on that. It's kind of a really dark mahogany with just places of kind of a ruby redness coming through on there. All right, now to the nose. Yeah. You do get that bourbon. There is that typical Belgian candy sweetness going on. As well as some like dark fruits, like a plum kind of going on there. It still smells amazing. I'm not picking up like any heat or any peppers, any like pepper heat or the peppers themselves in here. And at 12.2%, a little bit of the alcohol does come through, but it's not overbearing at all. All right, cheers. Yeah, there's a lot going on this guy. Straight up, you're hit with that kind of that bourbon, as well as like some caramel coming through on there. You do get those dark fruits like plum, some bourbon-soaked raisins kind of pop off on this to me. About midway, a little bit of a smokiness does come through, but it doesn't last long. And the way it finishes, you are getting a little bit of that like pepper heat as it goes down your throat. Mostly it's just the heat from the peppers. You get a very faint pepper taste, but it's not really there. It's more of the heat from the peppers that kind of come in at the very end and kind of warms your throat as it goes down. Earthy pepper kind of heat, but it doesn't overpower the beer. All those quad characteristics, the sweet Belgian-y sweetness is there, along with the caramel and those dark fruits. Those bourbon-soaked raisins really are kind of prominent in this guy. It does finish a little dry to go along with that heat. I will say that this beer is a little thin. As far as carbonation, obviously super carbonated, maybe even over-carbonated in the can. Not getting much carb on this. Probably blew out whenever it blew up. But it still drinks really nice. This is definitely an interesting take on your typical Belgian quad. I dig it. I like it, even if it causes me to clean up a whole bunch of mess. But it's still really good. It's different, and if you've seen some of the other reviews, I dig different. It just speaks to me. With those peppers that kind of come in, it's not your typical Belgian quad. This beer is probably not going to be for everybody. If you don't like pepper beers, this one's not overly pepper, but it does have that heat on the back end. This is probably not for you if you're not a big fan of Belgians. Obviously, you're probably not going to go with this. But if you're a fan of Belgians and you want something a little different, pick this guy up. It ran me $6 a can, and I know during the release, and I think, they probably still have it at the brewery, it's $22 for a 4-pack. This can does not have a canned on date, but I know it was released early to mid August of 2022. So this guy's been in the can for, at the time of the review, about 8 months. I think next time I get a can for the 2023 release, I'll probably do it real fresh to see if those peppers present more than just the heat on the back end. if there's more of a pepper taste on there. But yeah, I still dig this a lot. Being in there for 8 months, there's still that heat. The bourbon is still, that bourbon is really nice to play with those dark fruits. I really, really dig that. Those that raisiny, bourbony flavor, those play really well for my palate. Every year they also do a or two. Usually it's two variants of this beer. I know the 2022 they did ones that were aged in strawberry brandy and another one that was aged in raspberry brandy. I'm not sure if those were brewery release only. I didn't see them get distributed, so that might have just been a brewery release only. But yeah, it's a pretty good beer, even though it exploded on me. I dig it. Look forward to picking up 2023s when it comes out towards the end of the summer. Hopefully they don't go on another hiatus and it actually gets released. Yeah, this is a really nice take on a Belgian quad. Different, and I'm here for it. I'm going to go enjoy what's left of this one. Hope y'all find one to enjoy as well. And I just spilled more.